Welcome to USMLE High Yields Bites, your quick fix for the Step 1 essentials. Now, dear future doctors, have you ever wondered how researchers figured out what's making people sick without running experiments? That's where observational studies shine, and they are USMLE Step 1 must know. Let's dive into series and cross-sectional studies. Today, we are tackling observational studies, focusing on case series and cross-sectional studies. These are used for biostatistics and epidemiology on exam. Stick with me for two slides packed with the high yield info to boost your score. Now let's hit the next slide. Alright, now let's break down case series. A step 1 biostatistic favorite. So what's a case series? It's when researchers describe a group of patients who share the same diagnosis, treatment, or outcome. Think of it like a detailed medical story about a bunch of people with, say, a rare disease. The focus is on the clinical findings and symptoms, stuff like fever patterns or unique lab results. It's super descriptive, painting a vivid picture of what's going on, but here's the catch. There is no comparison group. So you can't link risk factors to the disease. For example, if all of your patients have a weird rash, you can't say what caused it, just that they all have it. This limitation is a classical step 1 trap, so watch out for the questions asking about associations. The key fact here is that the case series are purely descriptive, and knowing this will help you nail those biostatistics questions. Expect to see these in the vignettes about rare conditions or in new treatments, so lock in the details. Now let's move to this next slide. Now let's talk about the cross-sectional studies, another step 1 epidemiology gem. These studies are like a snapshot of a population at a single point in time, measuring how common a disease is and what risk factors are floating around. They're all about asking what's happening right now. For example, how many people in a town have diabetes or how many of them smoke. The big strength here is that they measure prevalence, how widespread disease is, plus they can show associations between risk factors and diseases like linking high cholesterol to a heart disease. But here's the step 1 kicker. They can't prove causality. Why? Because they are just a moment in time. You don't know if the risk factor came from the disease or vice versa. This is a huge concept for the exam, so expect the questions where you need to spot that a cross-sectional study can't confirm what caused what. Knowing prevalence versus incidence and association versus causation is your ticket to acing these. This is a core for epidemiology questions, so drill it down and you will be golden. That is your high yield dose for observational studies for USMLE Step 1, master case series and cross-sectional studies, and you will crush those biostats questions. If you have loved this, please smash that like button and